Hello everyone and welcome to Folktales Talk, the podcast where we explore Indonesian stories and the deeper meanings behind them. I'm your host Faz, and today we are diving into one of the most iconic Sundanese characters, Si Kabayan. And joining us today is Sinta as a guest who has been studying the folktale Si Kabayan from Indonesian Folktales book retold by Margaret Mood Alibasa. Hi Sinta, thanks for being here.
Hi Faz, thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to talk about Kabayan and especially the taboo language that treat through his adventures.
So before we go deeper, could you introduce Kabayan a bit? Who is he in Sundanese folklore?
Sure, Kabayan is known as the humorous, clever, but sometimes foolish young man. He likes to twist words, challenging norms, and using language in a playful way. In many versions of the folktale, Kabayan use bahasa tabu or we call tabu expression to tease people or to flip social expectation.
Great! Now, one of the interesting elements in this Kabayan story is the use of tabu language. Can you explain what bahasa tabu refers to in this context, Sinta?
Yes, in Kabayan story, bahasa tabu doesn't always mean rude words. Instead, it refers to language that is not usually spoken openly because it feels impolite, disrespectful, or socially inappropriate. Kabayan often breaks these rules by using direct, with blunt words, making joke about elders, ignoring polite speech of levels, using metaphors that sound rude if taken literally. This makes the story fun but also critique social norms.
Can you give us an example from the story?
Okay, one common example is when Kabayan speak to older people without using polite Sundanese levels in bahasa called bahasa hormat. For instance, of using respectful forms, he may rapidly using the casual form, which is considered taboo when speaking to elder. Another example is Kabayan joking using body-related words that Sundanese culture usually avoids mentioning directly. This is based from the Margaret Mood Ali Basa folktale book that I read. Examples just like in bahasa Sundanese like ku aing kutuk sia jadi mojen. In English, it means God, I hope my wife become a monkey. Even when he doesn't say anything vulgar, but the playfulness sounds taboo.
Right, and the humor comes from the shock people don't expect him to speak like that, right? So, why do you think the author includes taboo language in the retelling?
Tabu language highlights Kabayan's personality. He is simple, honest, and not afraid to challenge social rules. It also teaches readers about cultural etiquette. When Kabayan breaks the rules, readers learn about those rules are. Plus, it adds humor and shows how language can be used cleverly.
What can students learn from analyzing taboo language in folktales?
Okay, the student can learn that language is not just grammar; it is connected to culture, politeness, and social value. By studying Kabayan's taboo expression, we understand Sundanese norms, what is considered polite, and how humor works in the Indonesian storytelling.
Thank you so much for joining us today for exploring about the folktales Kabayan from Indonesian folktales retold by Margaret Mood Alibasa. In this season, we have learned a lot about si Kabayan and how Tabu language shapes the humor and cultural meaning of the story. Sinta, is there any final thought?
Yes, Kabayan remind us that language is a power, but power comes with responsibility. The right balance of honest, humor, and respect can eliminate truth without tearing down community trust.
If you enjoyed today, subscribe for more tales from Indonesian folklore and the language that shapes them. A big thank you to you, Sinta, and for sharing her insight, and to you, our listeners, for joining the conversation.
Thank you. It was fun discussing for this topic.
And that's it for Folk Tales Talk. I'm Fat. See you next time for more treasures from Indonesian storytelling. Bye.
Bye.